Red Dwarf, like all the best sitcoms, begins with a great script. It's written by Rob Grant and Doug Naylor, two of the best comedy writers in Britain today, who initially started writing on Spitting Image and a number of other broken comedy shows before starting on Red Dwarf, their first full-length sitcom. They've created 4 very real characters. The actors themselves would argue that the characters are based on them. It's difficult to say whether the characters move towards the actors or the actors move towards the characters. Within the concepts of the plots, they play with a lot of science fiction ideas, often slightly tongue-in-cheek, compounding the problems. Being science fiction, it's very heavy on the special effects. The basic principle is to keep those to a minimum visually, no long lingering shots, although we do morphs and picture bends and that sort of thing. Being a TV program, we can't really compete with film. So the idea is to run them as real life, small snatches rather than holding a shot steady for a long time on something, treat it as everyday. The plots are very complex. We're dealing with different realities, different time zones. We often have multiples of characters. So at times we have 3, 4, even 5 cameras locked off within the studio, doing split screens. And we do a pass, then the actors go off and get changed, new makeup and so on, come back and do the second pass on the same locked off cameras, and then cut it all together afterwards with the splits to create a running sequence of multiple characters. We do blue screens to create sequences in space or to composite actors with models and so on. We do a lot of model shooting within the program. These are all shot on film, on high-speed cameras. They have 3 or 4 different scales of models, which they shoot at different speeds to create the right feel to the shot. A certain speed of camera with a size of model will create a believable look at the end of the day. There's also a lot of body hits and laser shots and that sort of thing. The intent over the whole program really is for very little or no blood. We take the sort of A-team approach within the program. It's shot over a 6-day schedule, Monday and Tuesday being rehearsing with a new script, getting the actors familiar with their new material. Wednesday we do a run-through, a technical run for the rest of the production crew to see what we're planning. Thursday is normally our pre-shoot day. We shoot everything that's not possible with an audience or too difficult to do with the audience, and our location shooting to play into the audience show on the Saturday. Friday is then another rehearsal day, just to keep the actors up to speed, get them fluent with their dialogue and off the book, so to speak. And Saturday is our shoot day. Cameras are in the morning, and we spend the day blocking, checking the shots, the camera script, make sure it all cuts together well. And the audience come in the evening, and we shoot over a 3-hour period. The line cut itself is normally at least 40 minutes long, and we run 2 or 3 cameras on ISOs as well to allow us to cut this down afterwards. We tend to, in the post-production, which runs for 2 or 3 months, be cutting down the shows initially from 40, but we've got to end up with 29 exactly for the BBC. So initially you're taking out redundant bits of dialogue and that sort of thing, but the plots are very complex, so you can't lose any key information. It's also very funny, so we've got a lot of laughter and good gags that we don't want to lose either. So by the end you're taking out blinks and breaths and ums and ahs all the way through to keep it very, very tight, which gives it its own kind of feel as well.